everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Papal States campaign. We've managed to unify Italy under the Papal States, and we also have Constantinople. So we've achieved 2 of our 3 goals. Now it's the biggest one, and that's to bring down the French. Now, I think the easiest way to go is to continue on this route and kind of close out this point right here. And then maybe hoping to jump from here over to different areas. But as I have fought battles with all these different armies that I have, I've got 3 armies. That's one of the biggest problems, that I only have 3 armies. But we need to recuperate. The depots are nowhere near to be finished. So we're still lacking in replenishment. It's really slow. But I want to take this army over here. With that, I want to go ahead and show some new member units that have been brought in. So we've got these guard cavalry units. So we got the 1st Torino and the 2nd Louis. I can't exactly remember which one is which, because I tried to translate your names into stuff that would fit. But it's becoming hard, especially with the 3rd one. So we've got these 2 cavalry units have been named the guard cavalry units. The sort of guard... they're not hussars, are they? They are trained in heavy and light cavalry. So it's all around cavalry. That's pretty good. And then, to spice it up and give some here, I have made this army. 1st Giovanni. Now... your name was really John Wayne, and it's kind of hard to work that in, but I put it into Google. What is John in Italian? And it said Giovanni, so it became 1st Giovanni. Maybe a militia unit isn't the best, but it is the best of the militia units that I have. Although it's currently at the lowest number of troops, but they've got that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end turn, and we're going to see where we're gonna go. And wait, where is... oh, no, don't tell me. Okay, so the French, no, not the French, the Russians and the British have yet again signed peace deals with France. So I've got to get them back into the war. God damn it. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna end turn, and we're gonna get back in next turn, where I'm hopefully gonna be able to move on to Toulouse with my secondary army under Pietro. Right, so I didn't actually get to make my move because the French made there. They have gone ahead and attacked me and laid siege to Milan. Well, they're gonna break the siege because they're forcing their way through. So we've got a pretty strong French army, roughly the same number as me. Mine is more veteran though, I'd say. They've got a lot of conscripts. French artillery is always to watch out for, and they do have a lot more cavalry than I do. And the general is a 4-star compared to my 3-star. But I'm still pretty confident that I will be able to beat these guys, even though their raw strength might be able to push through my line if I'm not careful. There's not much for it. Let's go ahead and set up our defense and defend Milan. I've set up my forces next to the outskirts of Milan, as we can see right here. We have occupied a few of their houses. And then the lines are kind of strewn out among the houses, hoping to use that as our defense. Unfortunately, I've already lost 2 cannons due to French bombardment from the hill. And it looks like they're just now sending in the horsemen to come after us. So I'm going to order the light troops to retreat behind friendly lines. And we're gonna see if that works out. Maybe hold your fire until the light troops have passed. Actually, form square. as the enemy is very close at this point. The light troops will form into line and form them in the back, holding their fire. We got more cavalry coming in. Ooh! You are not about to fire straight up through the grenadiers, are you? You dumb piece of shit. Oh, you're... Wait! Oh no, they didn't break the last cannon. But I think it was French cavalry that got close enough for them to drop that. Okay, we've got canister flying this way. Currently, it's not going too well for me. Seeing as though I have managed to... Good God, the Lancers are going straight for us. Right. Dragoons, go after them. We'll hope our men do fine. Right. You will fire straight forward onto that. Time to drop the squares. This is a weaker cavalry charge that's coming in, so I'm pretty sure we can hold that off. Once again, this cannon got charged, and they decided to drop the cannon and run out to meet the bloody cavalry, which seems rather foolish. Let's see, are we winning the fight over here? Yes, we are. We are outnumbered, but we are winning that fight. Get back on that gun. They do anything to avoid cannon duty, do they? These lines need to be turned up, with the light infantry coming in as well. We have a hard time just breaking down this one. Can you please go ahead and fire? I'm gonna bring up this grenadier unit, which I had in reserve, to fill the gap. It's the Arona. And it looks like they're about to charge the 3rd Grenadiers and the 1st. But they're holding on. You should be hold fire, and I'm actually going to order you to move in and take position right behind these others in support. We're holding on here. They, since a lot of their cavalry is gone, I want the hussars to go after the enemy cannons. Finally, the lancers are gone. Dragoons will head out over here, ready for a charge. The grenadiers are having a real heavy fight here, as the French conscripts just keep coming at us constantly. But they're facing such a wall of lead coming down. Maybe I should actually detach the hussars and the cavalry to go after this. The cannons won't stand a chance anyways. The smaller hussar unit will go over there. And now I will order the cavalry to come in from either side and end this, as I think all the enemy cavalry is gone. Can we get another good canister going out of this? And that will surely break all of these, especially as they just now charging. And they're all running now. Alright, let's stop them from reorganizing. I want the grenadiers forward, and I want the cannons to hold their fire here as we move in to deal with them. The hussars coming in. Go after them. Okay, there was another cavalry unit up here. Let's not have the smaller force of hussars get completely wiped out. My grenadiers joining in, following these guys, charging. We're gonna have to get the hussars over here. The dragoons are not really able to break them as quickly as I need them to. But there we go. The enemy's done. Let's get the small hussar force away there. We've got that big enemy cavalry unit coming after us. I don't really like that, especially as my grenadiers are strung out in a charge. The enemies formed a square over here. They've actually abandoned these cannons now, so now the smaller hussar unit can go after them. I want to make sure that we get rid of this one. So we're going to organize here now, and I'm going to bring up the rest of this side. Can I get round shot now fired on the dragoons here that's coming at us? The cannons are kind of on their own. I want to march these guys out here. Okay, we are about to get charged. Form square. I'm gonna get this grenadier and this grenadier inside of the square. The enemy... Why didn't you charge down these? Didn't I order that? Maybe I missed that. We do have a wall right here, which we can set up behind. It's a bit annoying that you basically have to order them one by one, just because they otherwise they switch positions. Oh, there was just a general. Right, we broke that down. Hold fire, because I'm pretty sure we fired cannon shot through our own grenadiers. You know what? I think we have them. Go after them. These two can open fire. These two would hold. First Grenadiers, Laziers are a little bit on edge with their task to charge, but they held and they went through. I got the cannons up there. We've got tiny little square over there. We're gonna follow in after that one. Got an enemy unit up there that I need to deal with. Let's form up the units. Let's move forward, try not to shoot our own troops here. Oh, their cavalry is rebounding. Go after them while the general is in there as well. With their general dying before their eyes, you would think the dragoons might break, as the rest of the army is now in a complete flight. And my army is advancing steadily. Infantry support soon to follow here. Continue forwards. And here we get fire from multiple sides on the single unit that's holding out in the wood. The 99th! The French have 99 regiments! And here we are with... We don't even name our regiments for some reason. Finally they broke. And this one cannot be far behind. They do hold up in a... There we go. We have one... What's this? Cannon coming back? Right. But we were victorious. We... well, this army had another victory. But it's just going to mean it takes longer for it to be put into action to actually move against our enemies. So it'd be held up in Milan. wonderful victory. We only lost 600 men, while the enemy lost most of their army. Only 799 managed to get out there. Highest kills goes to 12 pound a gun. No surprise. Probably had plenty to fire at with those canisters, followed by the hussars, followed by grenadiers. It's the one with 133 remaining troops, followed by the one with 152. So you can kind of tell which is which made the most kills, and you can kind of go through the list here, right? And so we have our end of turn. The French stick their claim right over here. We do have a port has been turned around to a trade port. Great. What I want to do is let's make sure that there's still a war. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Swiss Confederation. Can I get them to break with the French Empire? And I would pay you. I usually pay £25,000, so let's go ahead and pay £25,000. They go ahead and break. Wonderful. And what if I extend an alliance instead? Now, I don't want them to declare war on the French, but I do want them to keep the French out of there, and if they're allied with me, then they won't be allied with the French. Nice. Now we've got them to switch allegiance, and so the French can hopefully no longer march through. It would be nice to get the Swiss in on my side, even though I feel like the French would come down hard on them. So now we hopefully close that avenue of attack. But as you can see, this army is in desperate need of new troops. I wonder if, or at least for the line infantry, if I can start merging units and recruit new ones here, like I did with the militia. Because I wouldn't want to do that with any of the other units, but it would make it quicker. We are still one turn away from the supply warehouse, and I don't think that's going to make it more than maybe bring it up to yellow if we're really lucky. What we got over here though is we've got a smaller fight. This army is basically back in order, and from the end turn I couldn't see any movements here, so I should be free to move. Now usually what I want to do is I want to end the battle in one go, but here they've gone ahead and marched out the general ahead of the main force, so I feel like I can go ahead and kill this guy off, and then it'll be much easier to actually take this on. So for the second battle we're gonna see if he wants to stand and fight us as we move in, and he is gonna stand and fight us because he's got pretty strong units. Even though we outnumber him by about 3,000 men, he's got a huge unit of heavy cavalry. He's got a howitzer. If it's a French howitzer compared to our howitzers, French cannons are always better. They've got young guard of chasseur, flanker chasseur, grenadiers. They got the Mamluk guard, pretty good unit. Some light units and veteran line infantry, and it is a good general. Still though, I'm the human here. I should win. With that said, let's go into our second battle as Pietro fights his way into France. Our battle commences. There's heavy rain, and it starts with the enemy launching a cavalry attack, which stops my advance in its tracks. I'm kind of surprised here. The French go ahead and charge us, even though we're outnumbering them. Well, that's great. My howitzers started shelling their own troops. This is not what I've what I had expected at all. Which I don't even really have my units in order. Let's have the 12-pounders hold fire, and then the guard cavalry will now swing in hard from this side. Well, we broke down their heavy cavalry, trying to set up a flank maneuver here. It is... ooh, that's going to be a nasty shot. Actually not. What did they fire at? Because they seem to have missed every single shot. And now they turn, which opens up for my grenadiers to charge. Their heavy cavalry is back. Let's go ahead and smash these fools before... Ooh. Okay, so they did manage. But that's the Mamluks. Fire at the enemy's cannons, damn you. I'm gonna get the hussars on a wide flank around. Pietro, you need it over here. This unit is faltering. My cavalry's coming in. Strike these fools in the back. If I put the pressure on, I feel like we've got this. We're just gonna overwhelm them. They thought they would overwhelm us. But I am instead gonna overwhelm them.
We have killed their general, sir.
There goes their general. Everyone will hold fire as we go in here. Hussars, swing around. He'd thought he'd play hardball with the weaker Papal States army. Instead, it turned into a complete mess for him, hopefully here. I've got one unit breaking. But clearly not enough to stop my army. It's the Mamluks that hold out. And the general staff over there. Let's make sure that no one makes it out from here. Might be time to hold fire on the old cannons. And let's not fire on our own troops. I'm ordering a general advance here through the rain. I am done with this battle really quickly. Within 4 minutes we are done. And we've completely wiped them off the face of the earth. Now I'm just going to make sure that no units really make it home to Toulouse. And we're going to count the numbers of our troops that died, which I think there was still quite a few. But this ended up as a pretty spectacular victory. wonderful victory. I lost about 900 men. Looks like we got 2 trains for the general. Besides the 1 unit that routed, which was this line infantry over here, we did pretty darn well. Their army was annihilated. Now, numbers-wise, I lost 900 men compared to taking out 2,000. So it wasn't that great, but given the circumstances, we could probably have done worse. We still have 4,000 men, and the enemy has only 69. 69, baby. In terms of kills, it goes to the Guard Cavalry, gaining lots of chevrons. And as you go down, you can see who did what here. Boom. Absolute destroyed. Now, I'm pretty sure they've got a unit hiding in the woods still. Possibly. So, I don't want to be heading too close to this. Next time, we will be able to attack these bastards. Now, they've got some really strong units sitting in there. But Pietro just gained mention in dispatch and 2 morale in battle. That's wonderful. And steady under fire. Another 2 morale in battle. So the units will definitely hold in the next one. But we will have to continue on and attack here. Otherwise, we're kind of screwed. Cross Possemanto is not giving me very much in terms of details of what the army has here, which I'm not too happy with. But then again, he's an intellectual, within quotation marks, probably just out drinking French wine. The traitor. But overall, for this episode, we did pretty well given the circumstances. And hopefully we'll continue on this way. However, we do have a concentration of troops. Looks like they're heading this way. This guy is definitely on the wrong side of this if he's going to head towards the Prussians. The Prussians don't seem to be doing very much here. They've been hit pretty hard. If this army attacks the fort, I'm pretty screwed. I'm wondering now if I should go ahead and repair the fort. Because, you know, that'll buy me time. They have an hour to break into the fort. It took me half an hour. So that could save me a lot of time. Or, you know, I could play for time, essentially, against them. But there we have it. We've managed to turn Switzerland. We saw off an attack in Milan. And we're on our way to take over Toulouse. I would love to have Catalonian support in this going forward. But there we have it. So, without further ado, it's time to end the episode. And I will say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.